Hello everyone, this is Pomum bringing you a brand new series, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. I've been very excited to play this game ever since I finished Path of Radiance. I think the highlight of Path of Radiance was the story. Not that the gameplay was bad or anything, but the game was pretty easy. I think Path of Radiance is pretty easy, yeah. I don't think there's anyone that can contest that. And I've heard that Radiant Dawn has like much more complex gameplay, and it's also like a direct sequel of Path of Radiance, in case you didn't know. So I'm obviously excited to see where the story goes. Now, I've checked the intro before to see if everything was running, and I don't know who that woman is. This is Leran's medallion, which was the whole cause for the conflict in Path of Radiance. An army of Lagus being led by Ranulf and Kainegis. I think this is Kainegis, even though he looks a bit different from his portrait. He is lacking. He doesn't have the main. It's not that big. And this is Selgius, General of Benyon. So I'm guessing this represents a war between the Lagus and Benyon. Which I don't know if it's supposed to be the past or the present, but I guess it's the present because Selgius is there. Kainegis and Ranulf maybe age slowly, but Selgius doesn't. Then there's Tibarn. Okay. And a black dragon. I've been thinking ever since I saw it for the first time. I've only seen it like twice while setting up. So don't worry. It's not like I know anything about this game. That might be Kurtnaga. Kurtnaga was the dragon prince that we met during Path of Radiance. Finally, this woman opens her eyes. Kainegis and Bertrand. There's Lucia, Geoffrey, and Elincia. Okay, there I only know Isoka. This is Kurtnaga with his father and with Enna. And these are the people of Benyon. So I guess this is supposed to represent the different parties. Actually, there's two male herons there. Huh, okay. Okay, there's Leanne and there's the other guy, the one I actually got to use. I don't remember his name. Raphael? And Micaiah there at the end. Okay. Now, before I continue, just to be completely open and honest with you, things I know about this game. Okay, if you want to know nothing, yes, I don't know. Don't pay attention. I know the protagonist right now is going to be a new protagonist, Micaiah, but I also know you get to control multiple protagonists during the game. I'm pretty sure. Okay, my sensibility might be a bit high, which is meh. I know you get to control multiple protagonists. I know you get to control Ike, again, further in. And I also think you get to use Elincia, which I'm very excited for. Because there's a very, very popular map that was included as a DLC in Fates called Elincia's Gambit. So there's that. I also know some of the characters. I know there's a lot of returning characters from Path of Radiance, and I know there's also a lot of new characters. Some of them we saw on the intro. That like wolf woman. I don't remember her name, but I've seen her before. I think most of the new characters are the ones that are going to appear at the beginning, together with Micaiah, I'm guessing. I know some of the memes, obviously, and And I really don't know what the main conflict is supposed to be about, but after the previous one being a war between Dain and for the life of me, I can't remember the name of Elysia's kingdom, where you start your adventure. Crimea. War between Dain and Crimea. I'm guessing this one is going to focus much more on Benyon, because it seems like a lot of Benyon characters are being focused on during the intro. So that's all I can say. He has to be completely transparent. You know, I might be blind to the game, but I'm not blind to the community, the memes they can make, so I know some things because of that. So, new game, hard difficulty is blocked, so I guess I'll be trying normal difficulty. It's true that the translation of this game makes it seem like maybe this isn't that hard, but in any other Fire Emblem game, the middle difficulty is called hard. You know, it's normal, hard, maddening, so I think this is okay to start for players who already know their way around the game. This is the standard difficulty setting. Seems okay with me. Part 1. The Silver-Haired Maiden. What could that be referring to? Well, there's also another map from this game I know, I guess, which is the Micaiah Paralogue in Engage. That's a map I obviously know exists. Starting off with a cinematic. The game... I've tried to make it look as good as I could, but I think, you know, resolution in cinematics is yes, okay. Those seem like Benyon soldiers. To be honest, like they are dressed in red.
I know I heard something.
Hush, Yune. Please don't cry. If they hear you, you'll give us away.
Alright. I don't love the dub. But I don't have any other option. I can't put the Japanese voices in, which is a shame because I really like Micaiah's voice in Japanese. Okay. It's just a bird. Oh, but they catch her anyway. Alright.
Look, silver hair.
If it's the fortune teller, we'll be heroes. Without her, the Dawn Brigade is nothing.
Alright.
Oh, the general's going to love
I knew also.
Listen up, class.
I knew the Dawn Brigade is like Micaiah's group. I just didn't expect it to be formed before the story commences. And I know this guy, obviously. We've seen him in Path of Radiance before. Even though I didn't use him almost at all. Okay. Nice moves. Very nice moves. So. As far as I know about Micaiah, like gameplay-wise, I think she's like a monk lord, if you will. So she's a light magic user. Nebasa, the dying capital, a few days later. The 3D renders on Path of Radiance were so charismatic, and I can see they are going, wow, that's detailed. And with some donkeys carrying stuff. Edward. No, I don't know who you are, but you look like an archer. Something must have happened to him. Don't worry, he'll be here. Yeah, I have an idea, Micaiah. Why don't you use your farsight to see when Leonardo will arrive? Edward, you know that's not how it works. I foresee some things, but I don't get to choose what I see. Okay, there was a cat there. Sorry. Yeah, someone entered my room. I was just teasing. Still, Leonardo's never late. Something must have. Help! Someone, please help us! Bandits! Bandits are attacking the town! Run away! Who knows what the brutes will do if they catch you? Where is the Imperial Occupation Army this time? How can they keep the peace when they are nowhere to be found? Who, the Manion soldiers? Ha! They don't care a lick about us. We lost the war and they won. We're nothing to them. They are only interested in chasing down the Dawn Brigade. They let their real scoundrels run wild and brutalize us. They are worse than useless. We'll be glad to help you. Just find some place to hide and leave those bandits to us. And don't worry about us. We happen to be members of the Dawn Brigade that the Berian troops are so interested in. What? Really? You guys are in the Dawn Brigade? Wow, my friends and I talk about you all the time. You? But you're just children. Oh, how dying has fallen. Children forced to fight and steal for the good of the poor. But we can't fight the drogs, so we'll take you up on your offer. Please be careful. They'll slice clean through you if they can. I see. Listen up, you louds. This town is nothing but idiot kids and rolling grey barriers. Steal everything you can. Hugo. Okay. Yuna, it's dangerous here. Go find someplace safe for now. Alright. Yeah, so Micaiah has light. No, that's not how you check stats. How do you? Like this. Okay. And then, okay. I'm starting to get the hang of the controls. A low-level light magic can only be wielded by those dedicated to serve good. And a plant that restores 10 HP is a herb. Not a vulnerary in this game, but a herb. I can see your strength is very bad, which is pretty unfortunate, because in this... Well, at least in Path of Radiance, strength was needed to compensate weight. Well, this is one weight. So it slows you down just a little bit. I can see you have a lot of magic and skill, middle in speed, good luck, and defenses and HP are very, very, very poor. You can only use light magic. You have a dark affinity, you're a Berk. Okay, 5 constitution. Units body size, but that's not how much you can live, it's just how much you can be... Overall weight. Is that a thing in... Also, knife strike. Okay, this game might be more layered than I thought. And here's Edward, a Myrmidon. Okay. Pretty fast. 12 starting, 7 strength. Sort of fragile too, but I mean, could get dodgy. Can we use swords, obviously? Light, a bit more heavy. 6 movement on you, 5 movement on you. Micaiah doesn't have a lot of movement, no death. We can't really get out of there. But there's also no real need to... Okay, how do you... No, not like this, not like this. Okay. So I guess, like... I mean, I want to give kills to Micaiah if possible, right? So we start with this. They don't do a lot of damage, so even if I seem to be pretty fragile, should be okay. Okay, game looks good. It's just the cinematics are... I get a crit. Are pre-rendered. We even get a dodge, so everything's good. Nice start. Oh, I can show. I actually will. Because I want to battle this guy. Oh, we don't reach quite yet. Okay. Let's see. I would like to give a kill to Micaiah, so please don't get a crit. I love how they get... Wow, another critical. Okay, okay. This guy is just... I don't know if he's supposed to be this good, or if he's even, you know, scripted. I'm going to show him again. Out of spite this time. I just saw a bird. There are fucking doves running around. This is yes. Okay. No hand access, no anything. You know, this doesn't seem that dangerous. What are you? A fighter. And they are not fighters, they are bandits. So you're a bit tankier. Can speed all that. Interesting. Well, yeah, we wait. Interesting. I mean, I'm really liking... For the controls, I definitely need to set up the sensibility to be able to do it a bit better. But I'm really liking the UI so far. Well, another critical from Edward. That's like the most fucking boring name I've seen in the history of Fire Emblem. But okay. Micaiah. Oh, you look good. You're an archer. Leonardo, how did you find us? Little bird told me. Yours, in fact. Alright. What were you two thinking, taking on these bandits alone? That's beyond reckless. I'm sorry, Leonardo. We couldn't just leave the helpless villagers to these monsters. Please help us fight them. Okay, so now... We have... You have a Draco Shield? Increases defense by 2. I can use it on anyone. You have 5 defense... 5 on you, 2 on you. I definitely think it's not... Oh, these arrows pointing up. That's biorhythm, right? Well, the Draco Shield will definitely be useful. But I don't think Micaiah... Okay, overlapping ranges? Yes, but not here. This is a spot where you get attacked only by that guy. And then I come a bit closer to, you know, be able to get the kill, potentially. I should have attacked the other fighter through the wall. I haven't seen how Micaiah does against them yet, but whatever. Okay, we finally don't get a crit. Yeah, she doesn't kill. A pretty girl like you will fetch a pretty penny for me. Now be a good girl and come to Papa. What the hell? Oh, that's the language of the herons. What do you say? That better not have been an insult, you, huh? Yeah, is this supposed to be because light magic is a very impressive thing that not a lot of people know? But didn't Oliver use light magic in Path of Radiance? No matter the manner of the man, the goddess judges with an even hand. Okay. Well, we can still tank, so I'll cover you. I could use a herb, but I'd rather not. Actually, house damage here. Okay, we can weaken. And if Micaiah doesn't get any kill, we can give her this one. There's also potential for a crit, so attacking through the wall seems like a good idea. This guy dies. Am I feeding too many kills to Edward? He's the closest thing to a tank I have right now, because at least he counters. Got a herb. Maybe it's time to, you know... Yeah, it definitely is. Okay. Let's use it. Let's use it, and to be honest, let's also... No, I wanted to give him Leonardo's, but what's sacrifice? Oh, you can heal by giving up your own HP. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have used the herb. So 2 HP for 2 HP. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool ability. I guess that's what inspired Great Sacrifice in Engage. Okay, no crit. That's okay. I think we do 10 damage to them with light magic, so... Alright, speedy level. Not damage, not defense. That's okay. I know Micaiah is probably a decently, you know, she's probably fairly bad as a unit because of how fragile she is and all. But on a first playthrough, you never undertrain your lord. That's... I found that to be stupid all my life. I understand the argument, like, if a unit is bad, of course you would not want to train them, but I mean, come on, she's the lord. Okay, take another one. There's probably going to be a great sacrifice incoming. We give a kill to this Leonardo guy. I mean, level 4 starting... Not great. There has to be better archers in the game. But I'll take the kill and I'll sacrifice to be able to set up Edward well against the boss. Boss shouldn't be a problem. But in case he is, I'm going to... Oh, herbs have 10 uses. Well, then I'm probably exaggerating. I've been probably keeping my items too much. I should probably just use them up. Alright, so I'll go here. Another use of herb. And for the remaining 1 HP, I'll sacrifice. I mean, that's okay. And we just secure this. It also gives experience. Okay, magic skill, speed, luck, and resistance. Yeah. As I expected, you will have a lot more resistance, which is a very monk thing to have. However, unlike a monk, you seem to have good magic, so... Who do you brats think you are? The Dawn Brigade? Yes, we literally are. Soth isn't in this chapter, by the way, which is just surprising. This guy does a lot of damage. Hopefully Leonardo can soften him a bit. Crit would have been crazy, but I guess we're not that lucky. Probably the best way to do this is just... Yeah, it's just using one of these, and also... I mean, if I attack, the problem is that Edward gets the kill, so I'll instead sacrifice for a bit of experience. Right? By the way, healing animations, or at least sacrifice animations, deactivated by default, which I like. Don't crit now. Okay. And 10 damage Micaiah could do, so... That's perfect. I think that's the map. I mean, the extension of the map itself isn't that big. Like, you can't... I literally can't push under this. These are paving stones. There's 3 icons in there. I guess they are evasion, defense, and magical defense. Well, whatever the case, Micaiah is a lower level. She's also the Lord. I'm definitely going to give her the kill. You give proper thieves a bad name. You like charity? Come closer. I'll show you some charity. These people work hard to feed their families mere scraps. Then you come along and steal what little they have earned. Shut up, kid. I work hard too. You want honest? Once I've sold you, I'll have earned an honest penny. That's a line. Well, get out. Alright, easy introduction map, of course. I didn't expect a lot of difficulty on chapter 1. Not even chapter 1, I think this was the prologue. So maybe it's even skippable in future runs. Maybe not. What just happened? Fantastic. We won. It's just like you said, Micaiah. They were no match for us. Yune, come here. You did it. That's off? No, those are the villagers. Thank you so much. We owe you our lives. You there! What are you doing? Stop immediately. Well. Look who decided to show up. Maiden soldiers. They certainly took their time, didn't they? We mustn't be caught. Micaiah, Edward, make a break for it. Run! I'm sorry. We have to leave. I know. Thank you again for all you've done. Now go, run. Hey, lady. My name's Nico. When I grow up, I want to be just like you guys. Come back sometime. Okay, named character for a reason. Hold it, stop right there! Why are you bellowing at, soldier? You're Yaroth! When did you arrive? Answer my question, maggot. I want to know who you were yelling at and why you did nothing but yell at them. Sorry, sir. We suspect they were from the Dawn Brigade, a band of thieves that targets goods levied from the town. People say they give what they have stolen back to the villagers and strut around acting like heroes. They are said to have a witch among them, a girl called the Silver-Haired Maiden. They say she can heal wounds instantly by laying her hands on any injury. Townspeople treat her like a saber. And what have you been doing about this band of fools? Sir, a few days ago we stormed their hideout. We found a girl much like the Silver-Haired Maiden. We ran the dogs from their den, but they were cunning and cautious. We lost them. I see. I'm beginning to understand. How do you mean, sir? I'm beginning to understand exactly how incompetent you all are. Oof. This guy's a halberdier, right? Whatever, that was uncalled for. You there. I don't know. Well, you there, make the villagers talk. I want to know who these bandits are and where they are hiding. Hey, yes, sir. Understood, sir. A different sprite with a little bit of a beard to distinguish them. Nice. Okay. I don't care who they are. The more kick they have in them, the more fun for us, don't you think, sir? Precisely. Overseeing this dusty old town is wearing thin. A little fresh game is just what I need. Alright. So... yeah. Okay. Seems to me like Venion is like very clearly the bad guys in here, which I guess means that and Micaiah is from here. I always assume Micaiah would be from, well, it's true that Soth in Path of Radiance said something about him wanting to meet with someone at Daen. So Micaiah might be from Daen. And these people are more concerned, they are concerned about liberating Daen, which was the bad guys in the previous game. So that's an interesting change of perspective there. Well, I mean, as much as Ashnar was an asshole, it's not like the people are to blame for this. So obviously, what the occupation army is doing is pretty horrible. But yeah, getting to empathize with the opposing country, the country you were against in the previous war, it's very interesting, very interesting. Especially because, if I remember correctly, these people have no particular love for Ashnar. Because Ashnar, after all, abandoned them to go to Castle Crimea for the endgame. So he completely abandoned the capital. And left Tauroneo and so in charge. So yeah, that's interesting. Not the sort of start I expected. I thought Micaiah would be more like a wanderer, and then she would meet new people, but it seems like we're starting with a well-formed group. We will be meeting the members of this group in time. I know Soth is in this group, obviously. We've seen him at the starting cinematic. And we've also seen that he's a lot older than he was in the previous game. So in the previous one, he looked like a kid, about 8-9 years. Here he looks like, I don't know, 19 at least. I've been to some 10 years have passed. So I guess Micaiah was 6 during Path of Radiance or so, because I think Micaiah is 16. Or maybe maybe she's actually older. Like that would also make sense. Like maybe she's supposed to be 20 something. Whatever the case, those are the two characters that right now connect us back to Path of Radiance. Edward is new. Leonardo is good. Is new. I don't know about good. He's an archer. I'm guessing not too much. Yeah, right now about, who am I going to focus more on, experience distribution, all that. I have no clear preference. I'll have to see as I go. I'm obviously going to try to give some kills to Micaiah because Micaiah is a character I'll be carrying to the end game. Unless the game explicitly prohibits me because of some weird, obscure reason that Fire Emblem sometimes likes to do. But yeah, I'm assuming I can bring Micaiah to the end game, and I'm assuming I can train her up to be a pretty good unit. Seems to be at least be able to cause quite a lot of damage because she keeps, she has a good base in magic and seems to have at least a decent enough growth to be able to get this. Also pretty speedy, so yeah. I mean, it's an interesting starting group. I know Soth is a thief, which is like the weirdest, and I say this term very loosely, Gyagan archetype implementation I've seen in my life. But I'm excited to try that one because I remember knives being sort of good in this game. At least, because of the 1-2 range, not because they are very, very powerful. But for the start of the game, if he has good starting stats, he might be very good at dealing with enemies. Sacrifice also seems useful, very useful. It doesn't use up any stave or anything, so as long as I have some herbs for Micaiah, I can heal anyone. And it seems like the cost is variable depending on how much I heal. So if I just want to give a bit of healing, like 3 HP healing, it doesn't cost me a lot because I'm not going to be exposing Micaiah to the enemy. Overall, I think I have already some interesting tools. I saw some things in the menu I don't understand. For example, strike. I don't know if a strike is supposed to be like punching. Because I seem to remember in this game, you can have like hand-to-hand combat if you don't have anything equipped. So that might be a strike. It might also be the type of weapon that Lagoos use. It might be under the category of a strike. Weight, I don't know if weight was a thing. Like constitution is what has you being carried by. Your constitution is the limit to if people can carry you or not. Maybe your constitution has to be higher than the other unit's weight. Instead of 8 and constitution, it's constitution and weight in this game. It might be like that. It also makes more sense, like words-wise. So yeah, whatever the case, there's a lot of things to think about in the gameplay. Seems like it's going to be a complex game, even if right now not a lot of things are have happened because the map was pretty simple. I can already feel like there's going to be a lot of variables involved, a lot of calculations involved because of all these particular, special skills like sacrifice. If they are willing to give something like sacrifice with no explanation to Micaiah, then I'm guessing they can also give some other special skills to other characters, and that will be interesting to see. And yeah, not much more to say. I'm going to leave it here. This is part 1 prologue. Yeah, I also know this game is divided in 4 parts, I'm pretty sure. And I think it's like one is Micaiah focused, another one is Ike focused, another one is Elincia focused, and then you basically get a bit of the 3 or maybe the 3 together. But I do know there's 4 parts. I think the Elincia one is like pretty short. I checked the chapters like a very long time ago when I wanted to know which was the longest Fire Emblem game, and I know this is the longest Fire Emblem game. It has like 50 chapters or so. So we're in for a long series that I hope you are as excited for as I am. With nothing else to say, this has been Pomum. If you like, consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.